Hello and welcome to New Forest Morphs. This is part 2 of Sunday the 7th of February. We try and put out a couple of parts. I hope you enjoyed the first part, introducing the Lord of the Rings, or Lord of the Ringers. We're going to have a Lord of the Ringers week, and it should be exciting. We want you guys to give us ideas, what your thoughts, what you want us to cover, all related to snakes of course, but have a theme of Lord of the Rings running parallel. So before we go any further, I just want to say a really big thank you to all our new subscribers, and we got a lot. So I think the clutch video that Jared put out was certainly instrumental in bringing in some more subscribers, and just wanted to give a shout out to all our new subscribers. So Pablo, welcome. Victorious Person, welcome. Ewan McDonald, welcome. Leroy Maston, James Chalmers, Dutchy Royal Pythons, High Class Pythons, The Return Of. I believe he came once before, he's come back again. Be a good boy and stay with us. And then we've got Lily Edgar, we've got Gypsy Girl 523, we've got Lawrence Oddy, we've got Bavarian Reptiles, Jeff Moore, and not forgetting a good old friend David Rush. So welcome David, really appreciate all your support guys. And the nice thing is we have burst through 400 subscribers, which means tomorrow we are having a giveaway competition on our next video. And we'll be sporting, Jared and I will be sporting our new t-shirts. And these are all going out to the winners. There'll be 5 winners for each competition. We've also got a choice of hats, so the winner will get a choice of hats as well. So you've got one or the other. I'll put them on to show you what they look like. This is my favourite. I think Mandy, this is your favourite. And thank you Mandy for joining us today. And quite a few of our subscribers expressed their appreciation for you stepping in on the weekends, Mandy. Just to let you know, they send their love to you and they appreciate you doing this because they look forward to this coverage. And without you, Mandy, it'd be boring on me. So thank you very much for being such a sweetheart. And this is the second hat that we're sporting. What do you think, Mandy? Which of the two do you think brings out my handsomeness the most?
First one.
First one? Thank you. So I'll wear that for the rest of the shoot, since my wife's impressed with it, and when you impress your wife, you're in her good books, so we shall leave that there. And they're the t-shirts, so they're beautiful t-shirts. They come in loads of sizes. We've even got small for children, so any children out there, or any families that would like to win them for their children, we accommodate for children too. So, I haven't showed you the stickers, better just show you the stickers. And these are special because these stickers are, you know what they're called, Mandy?
Holographic?
Holographic. And these, guess what these are?
Can't see it.
So, I'll show you. I'll show you what they can do. Have a look on here. There you go.
Oh, magnetic.
Magnetic. So, anyone that wants to put one on their fridge magnet? Magnets. How about that? So, we just put the merc away, or merch, should I say merch, and we've got lots of t-shirts. We're going to do a giveaway every 100 subscribers at the moment, and on the 500 subscriber, come and have a look at this, Mandy, which I promised. I promised for anyone that I can transport it to, the winner will win a special snake, Aladdin, our magical snake. Come and have a look at him. There he is, he's just about to go into shed. And he is a Exantic cinnamon, and the Exantic is 100% Het TSK Exantic, so he's a Het TSK. Now we've got the VPI in our collection, so I don't really want to cross the Exantics because they're not compatible. So I've made him available for part of the prize. If anybody wants to get into the Exantic project, there's a beautiful male. He's up to size. He's 1200 grams, and he wants to breed. I haven't plugged into anything, so he's good to go. He'll form part of the 500 subscriber giveaway, but while we're together, Mandy, let me just show you what's been going on here. Remember yesterday we had the Athena and the Pied. Do you remember the Pied I put in there, and there was some really interesting behaviour? Come and have a look and see where they are now. I think they've locked. They've unlocked again. Just have a little look at how they're looking at the moment. See that? So he's snugged up inside her, and she's loving it. So that's what I call compatibility. It's almost like a husband and wife snuggling together at night on a sofa, watching a movie, eating some popcorn. That's what I call compatibility. If they were in two separate corners of their rub, then you'd know they're not compatible. Well, that tells me compatibility, but Elvis, the male, is a true stud anyway, and he has locked up to so many girls. He's responsible for a lot of our hatchlings last year, so I know he's a good lover. Now, I've also put in the Pastel Twilight because she shed out when I was cleaning today. Do you want to have a look at these? I haven't checked to see if they've locked. They've only been in there about 2 hours, but you can see it's all steamed up. Should we have a look and see if they've locked? There you go. Head to heading it. And look, he's massaging her tail with his head. You see that? So his tail's along there. These have locked before, but we're going for some power balls. They're both spot nose combos. So we'll leave them in peace. They've only been together a couple of hours, so I don't expect miracles straight away, but we'll check tomorrow and see what happens there. And I've also put in our Desert Ghost to our Fire Girl. She shed out too, and he was searching for a female. I think the hormones off Joker, who locked up to Buttercup, was so strong it's permeating the room and it's getting all the males stimulated. So let's have a look and see if the Desert Ghost is locked. Come and have a look, man. And we've got a tail to tail. Tail to tail. You see the tails to tails there? See that? Come over on this side. Let's have a look at that. And then you have tail to tail. So again, they've only been in for a couple of hours. So I just have a little, I like to smell. No sperm yet, but that's the beginning of romance there. So that's compatibility. They've locked before. The Fire Girl Flame is getting so big now, she needs another good lock before she ovulates, I believe. So that's really good. And I think the only other one I've done today is I've put Jade, who's our Phantom. Come and have a look at this, Mandy. She shed this morning, and I think Jad held back putting the Ultra Male Mojave in Titus to her because she was in shed, but now she's out of shed. It's a good time to put them together. Should we see if they've locked? So it's only been about an hour and a half, and we have a look. I can smell sperm and I can see a lock, so we've got a lock in there. Tail to tailing it, so Titus is an absolute star. He went straight into the job. Can I have a look at Titus? You see him? And if you look over by their tails, you'll see their tails are locked over here. Mandy, can you see that? Shall I see if I can get it? It's in there somewhere. So this is all good news. That makes the 5th lock. I left the shed in there, by the way. Little top tip is I haven't cleaned her. I never cleaned her out because I wanted all her hormones to be present and it stimulates the male. I left her shed in there as well. So that's another little top tip for you. If you want to get a better lock, leave a little bit of hormone left in there. And I think that's all the additional pairing. I've checked on the female from the Cinnamon Pied Girl Toast. She's doing absolutely fine. I've also double checked the eggs are doing fine. So I think that's everything we can do here at the moment. Let's go back and just give out a few shout outs and just cover a few bits of feedback we've had on a couple of our videos. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So I need to let Mandy know this. I've got a resident stalker that's been stalking me, by the way, and she's actually quite nice. She's a bit of a, she's ever so funny. Her name's Tina. She always jokes that she wants to stalk me, but she's not really stalking me. She's just having a joke. Anyway, she said, "I'm so sorry I haven't been in touch for the last couple of weeks." She said that she's now back, and I welcome her back. She said her grandson caught her kitchen on fire when they were cooking together. So I said to her, well, she said to me that she's absolutely okay, everyone's fine, but they're having to replace a lot of appliances. So obviously when you've got children in the kitchen, you've got to be so careful. Now I know that Mandy and my mum have both had similar experiences. They've set the, I think the kitchen on fire, haven't you, Mand? Do you remember setting the kitchen on fire? I meant in a different way though, just with the quality of the food that you produce. You've kind of set the kitchen on fire in a different way in terms of the quality of the food. Because you've got a nice roast coming tonight, have we? if I let you go.
Let me go, yeah.
Man, it's desperately go on with this. We've got roast chicken tonight, I can't wait. We've been, part of our faith is that we fast once a month and we go without food for 2 meals and water, and all the money that we save goes to the poor and needy, and we also get spiritually enriched by fasting, so it's something that we practice as a family. So we're really looking forward to this meal tonight because we've not eaten for quite a while. But we love you guys, we love to serve, we love to share, and we'll share a bit more about what else is going on here. So one of my viewers, I think it was Joey. Was it Joey? Yeah, I think it was Joey. He said that he's missing the quotes for the day, and I said to him, you're right, I need to bring up the quotes for the day. So I've got a couple of quotes to catch up. One of them's from my mother, which I call Mother Teresa. And I said to my mum, she was cooking a beautiful meal, and I said to my mum, I said, what's the secret that what are you putting in your food that tastes so good? And her answer was, can you remember, Mandy, what my mum's answer is? The most important ingredient that you can put in any food is love. Love. And I thought, no wonder Mandy's food and my mum's food tastes so good, because they put a lot of love and attention, and they want to really not just feed the troops, but they really want us to feel good. So the quality is there, because if you love someone, then you tend to put in more effort into what you're doing in your food preparation, and you want to please. So I think that food is a great art form, and we're all very lucky if we've got husbands, wives, or partners that can cook, or we can cook ourselves, because I just think it's one of life's joys. And being half Italian, of course, my mother has recipes going back hundreds of years, passed through the family, so we have the most beautiful pasta. And when Mum and Dad were going through some health issues, I managed to visit them regularly, and my mother showed me how to make the beautiful Italian recipe of spaghetti, this beautiful pasta that everybody in our family just wants to eat. So when we have these big family gatherings, Mother's always got a beautiful pot of pasta on the background, and everyone comes together to eat, and it's such a beautiful experience, because I think food is a great drawer in. It draws the family together. And tonight we're going to do that as a family as well, with Mandy's cooking. So just to let you know, Mother Teresa's quote of the day is, what do you put in your pasta? The most important ingredient is love. 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 And that applies to everything in life. So moving on, let's see the feedback. We did a video called Don't Stop Believing, which Mandy helped me with, and we had a lot of fun doing that one. Unfortunately, the memory card, Mandy, it killed it. Was it the battery or memory card this time? I couldn't finish the song, do you remember? Anyway, we got some fantastic feedback. James Chalmers said, I love to see you guys having fun. Hats off to Mandy for stepping in. I've had 9 years of experience in the hobby, and my question to you, James, is, are you still keeping ball pythons, or have you kind of thinking about getting back in? Let us know if you're thinking about getting back in, because we'll do the best we can to encourage you and tempt you back in. But one of his nice quotes was, he said, the beauty of the reptiles is that they bring us joy no matter the situation around us. And I couldn't agree more with you, James. They certainly do. Chris B, he said it was an awesome performance. Your ability to be so open and discuss personal stuff is inspiring. Thank you, Chris. And he said he wants us to do my way of saying thank you to Chris for coming up with a suggestion is that he wants me to do a focus on the hatchlings and on the grow-ons that aren't in the breeding cycle, and actually do one snake a day, weigh it, maybe show you some pictures of it, and then document the timeline for that snake, and then compare it next year and see how it's doing. So I think it's a great idea. I won't have time to photograph everything and then do lots of editing, but what I'm going to do is a happy compromise, Chris, is maybe just focus on one snake a day, weigh it, talk about its genes, what it can and can't do, its potential, and then that might hopefully get you stimulated, so that, you know, when you come to start your breeding program or choice program, it might give you a few more ideas. So there's a good idea from Chris. Hamlin says the video was a real heart-touching video, a good mix of snakes, meaningfulness and fun. So I thought that was a nice balance. And then we had Leroy Maston. He said, another great video, always entertaining, watching from across the pond. Question, what genes and lines do you have in Europe that we don't have in the US? And I sent him a message saying there are a couple, and I've got a couple to show you on here. So Mandy, if you could just have a look on here, I'll show you some of the unique genes that we've got in the UK, and also in so this is the one gene I was showing Leroy. Now look, can you see how beautiful that is? Now that, it looks like a sunset, but it isn't. It's actually called an autumn sun. And it's a new gene that's found in, I believe it's in Wales, by a company called, let's just check the company, New Venture Ball Pythons. And that snake will cost you £15,000, $18,000, if you want to get into a new project. I'm not sure if they've got any in America, but I believe if somebody wants one, this is the people to contact. And I think it's an incredibly beautiful snake, and I'm going to do probably a separate gene on that one, a separate video on that one once I get time. Now the other technique, just to help anyone out there that wants to know what's going on with new genes, if you go onto Morph Market and you go to your options up here and you sort anything over £5,000, you normally find all the high-end genes are going to be featuring here. So have a look at this, for example. You've got the Super Aurora Thor, which is Tony Hersey. He's just recently rebranded his business. He's selling that for 30 grand. Now I haven't got that kind of money, but it's called a Super Aurora, and you can see how beautiful that is. And believe you me, that would be a great asset in anyone's projects, but you know, a lot of money to get into it. So there you go. Tony's an excellent breeder, really, really good. I can recommend him. Check out his webpage on there. So you've got the rainbow gene. You can see that's quite an expensive gene, Enchi Rainbow, and that's Crystal Palace. You've got the Butter Pastel Enchi, what's that one? Let's click on it and see what we've got. Scaleless head. So you can see the scaleless heads are still quite expensive, but you get those in the States. The Stranger gene, you have to inquire there. So that's the Stranger gene. So there's another unusual gene, quite relatively new on the market, be a few years now. I think you've got some in the States, but this is just a clever, quick way of just seeing what's new out there. God, not another one. Look, you've got a Super Aurora Yellow Belly for an extra 3k. Tony's going to give you a Super Aurora, but with Yellow Belly mixed in as well into that. That's 289 grams. Rainbow Enchi. Okay, so look, Clown Confusions. So the Confusion gene's quite new. You've got that in the States. But again, I want to get into Confusion when the price drops a bit. You've got here a Leopard Pastel Hidden Gene Warmer. Let's have a look at it. Beautiful snake. And you've got 100% Het Moray in there. So I think the Moray gene is a new gene. Never heard of that one, seen it. But that's probably what you're paying for. You're paying for a Het Moray from that one. And this breeder is top notch in Europe. Okay, I can highly recommend this breeder. Very, very good. So, can you see how we can get an idea of what the new genes are? Desert Ghost, Super something. Now we've got here Marco, which I bought snakes from. He's got a beautiful looking snake here. Look at this, absolutely delicious. God, I'd love that. Isn't that beautiful, man? Great art palette and really beautiful. Now you've got a Desert Ghost Super Pastel Harlequin Genetic Stripe. So I bought Genetic Stripe from Marco, so I've got the Genetic Stripe. I've got the Desert Ghost from Marco, so I've got that, and I've got that ingredient. He's given me the Super Pastel and my Banana Genetic Stripe. All I've got to do is add in Harlequin and Desert Ghost. Harlequin is Codom. These are two, so you're paying for two recessives here, plus the Super Pastel. That is a powerhouse, and it's a girl. It's actually a girl. So there we go. So thank you, Marco, for sharing that with us. Strangers in there, strangers in there, strangers in there. Now this is a really interesting one, 5750. Now look how beautiful this is. What do you think of that, guys? Is that coming through quite clearly in the cameraman, or should I switch the lights off?
It's okay.
I mean, does that help to do that? No? Same? Okay. How much time have we got?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, that's fine. So this is known as, this is what I'm calling, he's calling it a Stracy Piebald. And I thought, what the heck is a Stracy? But it's a Banana Pastel Panther, 3 codoms with the piebald. And that's what it produces, a gorgeous, gorgeous looking snake. Beautiful. So there we go, there's another new one. I'm not sure whether you've got that in the States. So let's just go back. And what else have we got? So we got what I call a fire goby. Now, Gobi is a really interesting gene. This is by Burger Balls, and he tells his story of how he found this gene. It's very similar to the Justin Gabelka X gene that he's got there, that basically enhances the quality and brightness of the snake, which I know quite a few people are getting into. But just look how beautiful that snake is there. That's the Gobi genes, and if you look at the makeup, there's basically 2 genes, Gobi and Fire, in there. 6,700, so this must be a really good line, enhancer line Gobi, that you can mix in, and it brings what it does. It's what it does to other genes. On its own, it doesn't look that special, but when you start mixing it with other genes, it just brightens it up, like the X gene. So there's one to look at. And let's keep looking. What else have we got here? Gobi ready to breed. Now this is one that I've seen only in Europe. I've never seen this one in America yet. Dark Viking Pastel Leopard, €6,500, and a pretty new gene, only been on the market a couple of years. And again, you can see a second one there. And then if we go to page 2, I'll just show you what else is in here. You've got the Gravel Opus, which is amazing. Again, €6,500 a male. Opus is a new gene. Let's just see what that's made up of. It's a gravel, so there we go. So it's not a new gene, it's a gravel, but it must be a certain line of gravel that they nicknamed the Gravel Opus. So I'm thinking this is a line of gravel. So there you go, to find out a bit more about that. Autumn Sun, as I've already featured. There's an Autumn Sun second one here. Well, what have they got here? £15,000. They've added an albino Autumn Sun. Beautiful, look at that. Look how bright that is, man. Imagine putting Autumn Sun into your albinos. That would certainly pop. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking snake. And they're based in Wales, Neath, Wales. And there's a bit of information here about the breeder. So have a look at that. He's had 35 years experience, worth looking into. And then you've got your strangers, obviously are very popular, being sold. Redhead Pastel Lessers. Super LC Black Magic. Wow, that's one heck of a black snake. Let's have a look at that. Farb Coapes. So this is a Super LC Black Magic Cinnamon Pinstripe. So Super LC Black Magic is quite a new gene. Don't think I've seen that around very often. But you're going to end up with a pretty dark snake there, which could be great to produce things like panda pieds, things like that. So it might be worth looking into that gene. We went and looked at those. This is a beautiful one. Look at the pewter Gobi. So look what it does. Look what it does. Look what the Gobi does to a pewter. That's what, that's why I think they're very beautiful looking. Just look how gorgeous that is. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Now I've got a pewter, but I haven't got a Gobi pewter. But that to me looks stunning. Stunning animal. Lovely creation. And that's about it. So hopefully you enjoyed that. A little bit of a quick demo as to what's out here in Europe. I hope that helped. That was for Leroy and anyone else that's interested in seeing what the latest genes are out there. So, just to wrap up, just to finish off, trying to think what else I've got here. Was that the? I think that's pretty much it actually. Don't think there's anything else, Mandy, I've forgotten. Other than, see you all next. Let's see you all tomorrow. And thank you very much for watching and supporting us. As I say, we've hit 405 subscribers, and tomorrow we'll give you the competition details so you can win the stickers, t-shirts and hats, and have a lovely end to your weekend. We're going to go and have our roast dinner. We're sending you lots of love from Paul and from Mandy. See you next time. Goodbye for now.